Hey everybody, today is August the 20th and I just wanted to do an update video on my indoor plants. I made a video some weeks ago about how the state that my indoor plants, my house plants were in was just shameful. And so I figure I'd let you know, see what I've been doing to remedy that problem. Um, as you can see, all my girls in the background are watching me. um, but I wanted to show you this. I guess they call it a pregnant onion plant. I forget the other name, the more scientific name for it, but I got this plant from a friend from church, and she gave me three little pieces off of her plant, and so I potted this, and it's doing good. I had cut all the leaves up to about this point to give it a good restart. And so now all the leaves are really long, and it's just a beautiful plant, and I have a lot of new growth coming up here and here. So all in all, that one is doing well. This lily flower that I have right here, this one is doing good too. I went around, and I don't know if you guys watched my fungus net video. I went around though, and I put sand in all of my containers, on top and on the bottom on the inside. I put it, but on this plant, since it was already put together, I didn't want to disturb it, so I just put the sand on top, and then I put it in the bottom of the tray here. And so far, that's helped in keeping the fungus gnats out. I don't have hardly any fungus gnats flying around in here. There's a few because this plant back here. Now this one was also a lily flower, and you can see where it's just dying. I went away to a youth summer camp with the youth from my church, and when I got back, my husband told me that he was sorry. He killed my plant. I guess he overwatered, and yeah, so. But this was the only plant that I didn't have sand in, so that one still has some fungus gnats in there, because that's almost the only place that they can congregate. And that plant, if it is completely dead, then I guess I'm gonna replace it with something else. But so yeah, and then over here I got the sun all in the way. I wanted to show you guys my moringa tree. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, I did a video about planting these moringa. This is actually my, I think I said this was the, okay, so each time that I prepared the seed, I planted two seeds at a time to see if I can get them to germinate. And the first two seeds got messed up by the fungus gnats, because the fungus gnats was getting down in the soil and was eating the roots. And so, yeah, the first two died. And then I tried it again with seeds 3 and 4 as my second go round, and well, those didn't make it either because of the same thing, fungus gnats. And so this plant here was a result of seeds 5 and 6, my third time around, and it did very well. No fungus gnats in this plant. I put sand on the top. There's sand down here in the bottom, inside the container here. And so the fungus gnats just have no way of getting to that soil. That soil is protected. And so now as a result, you can see that it's doing well. I'm about to transplant this into a bigger container. And then you see in the back here, that's seeds 7 and 8 are in these 2 containers right here. This one popped up already. This one I planted a little later, a few days later, so I'm still waiting for it to pop up and see what happens, see if it took. But yeah, so hopefully I'll have some moringa that I can try. Now there's a lot of benefits to moringa trees and having their leaves and flowers and seed pods as part of your diet, because it's a superfood. Some places they call it the miracle tree, but it's a superfood that is nutrient dense, that's really, really healthy for you. And this will be my first time trying this, and so I'm excited about it. But I'm happy that that one took and did well, and that the other one is coming up nicely back here. So those are the plants that I have still there. And then in this part of the house I have, now if you remember, this plant looked horrible and now it's just beautiful. It's got long stems coming off there, and I cleaned it out. This one also has sand. I put it in here. I couldn't put it in the other part or in the bottom, but I think the way that this is set up, where it has its own little water tray connected to it on the bottom, I think that keeps the fungus gnats from getting in there. And of course the sand is keeping them from up here. And so I have some new babies popping out all over the place on this plant, new growth. So I'm happy about that. I think I'm redeeming myself. And there's a baby down here too. And so this plant is doing well. And then I'm gonna take you over into my living room. Okay, so there's this plant, and this plant is doing well too. I'm happy to admit. It looks nice and green and deep green and healthy, and it has some babies coming up out of here off of another stem. And once again, there's sand. I've had to put sand in the bottom of this one because when I planted this plant in here, I didn't put the sand in the bottom inside the container, so I had to put it in the tray, which is fine. The sand, the water, I fill it up with water in this tray here, and the sand just absorbs the water and it just gets soaked all up into here, and so the plant doesn't suffer from it having some sand. But you can see there's babies growing on this one. There's a nice little new nub growing right there. And so this plant is doing well. And then, let's see, over here, this plant is doing fabulous. Look how lush and pretty all these stems are. And it's filling out really nicely. And of course, more sand. I think I'm gonna always put sand in all my plants. And then I have sand in the tray as well here. There you go, so you can see it, sand as well there to keep the fungus gnats out. And this one has a lot of new growth and babies that are popping up on it too. I don't know if you can see that. So this is some good progress, if I have to say so myself. Okay, nothing like the phone ringing right when you're videotaping. My sister is was calling because my nephew wife just gave birth to their second son. And so I'm excited. I'm a great aunt once again, twice over, I guess. So it's always exciting when there's a new baby and new life brought into the family. But anyway, so I was saying this plant here is doing well. It's got a lot of babies and stuff on it. And so this one is doing fine. It's beautiful. And then I was debating if I wanted to show you this or not. My orchids, they're still alive. This one is still not as healthy as this one. This one's a little healthier. But they're still doing good. They're alive, I'll say. I think I might have overwatered this one maybe. I don't know. He still kind of looks like crinkly or something, but the color on that one is good. See, this one has more of a smooth texture to his leaf and is more solid, you can see. But so yeah, that's those. I wanted to show my husband's fish off. These fish, we had a lot more in here, and just over time some of them died off and stuff. And well, we had I guess a mating pair, and these are, well, the big silver one right there, that one is called a clown knife, but this one right here is a Jack Dempsey. And then we have these cichlids, African cichlids in here, and the African cichlids have been just reproducing like crazy. And there was a mating pair, and well, the other day, I think the female, she was a yellow African cichlid, she died. So I don't know, we might not have very much more babies popping out. It depends on how many other males and females we have. But I just wanted to show you his fish. We spent a good 2 hours today, hour to 2 hours today, trying to catch all the baby fish. And I don't know if you can see that one right there swimming. There's still some left in here. It was something like maybe 30 fish, babies, swimming around in here. And we caught 16 or 17 of them. So they're all hiding right now. But yeah. I just wanted to show you our fish. I mean, let's see, we have more over here. Let's see if I can figure out how to turn this light on. I don't know how you turn. We have these babies that we caught and we put separate here. So I just wanted to share. I think they're just so adorable. And they're getting, some of them are big. There's like 8 generations of fish in here right now. Because they kept having babies after babies after babies. There's like 8 batches of fish, from that biggest one that you see swimming around to the little bitty tiny ones that were from the last 2 batches. So yeah. But I just wanted to share those. Also, I wanted to share a video, a clip that I got of my son one day as he was making himself some breakfast. And so I'm gonna roll that clip right now. It's kind of hard to see, but my son is out there picking greens out of the garden, beet greens, to go with his omelet that he wants to make for himself this morning. I thought I'd just catch him on video. I think that's the coolest thing ever, to watch my kids enjoy my garden as much as I do, and to choose on their own to go out and harvest something that is edible, that is usable, and whatever they're trying to cook for themselves, a healthy choice of something that is going to give them a lot of energy and help them with their day or through their day. And so I thought that was worth catching on video. Before I get off of here completely, I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe, please. And hopefully I will be bringing you a lot more footage of different things that I have going on, God willing. So thank you, and as always, God bless.